So welcome back to the class 2 on sleep. We had already had an introduction on sleep. Now we will directly go to the definition of sleep. So here, how do you define sleep? First question. So sleep can be defined as a state of unconsciousness from which the person can be aroused at any time by sensory or other stimulus. If you see the duration of sleep and requirements of sleep for different age groups, you'll find that it differs or it varies from 20 hours in infants to 5 to 6 hours in old age. Regarding how to identify that whether a person is sleepy or not, you know already how to identify. It is pretty obvious. The first sign would be drowsiness, followed by sensation of fatigue. There will be indifference to external stimuli. Does that mean? It means that if you tickle or try to awaken from sleep by just applying some stimuli, he will not wake up. There will be decreased motor activity and muscle tone. You might have noticed if you are taking a class by your friends and one of them is falling beside, his head would actually droop down because of the lack of tone of the neck muscles. So this is what I mean by those decreased muscle tone, and this is how you can find out that there is actually a decrease in muscle tone. Coming to the last point, which was actually drooping of eyelids. I would suggest drooping of eyelids as a very important tool according to me, because it's very easy to find out by looking at a person's eyes whether he is sleepy or not. It's very easy. Coming to the onset of sleep, factors which actually favor the onset of sleep, you can understand or easily memorize this by the things that you actually do when you are going to sleep. You actually switch on the TV and mobile. That means you have actually silence, no sound is there. If you switch on the lights of your room, you get darkness, and you switch on the AC, you will get an optimal temperature. And from the introduction, you already know that you need to lie down. You should be in a recommended position to sleep. And now, as I have told you about the direction of your head, now you can put your head in any direction that you sleep, but you should be in the recommended position. That is more important. And also, the mental composture is very important, because if you are having some issues with your girlfriend, you will be very difficult to sleep. Coming to the factors which retard sleep, all those factors which I have already described, just the opposite of all those things, will actually make you difficult to sleep. So it's very easy. Coming to the physiological changes that occur during sleep, so we will take on one. First, the motor activity, you can easily find that there is a decrease in muscle tone. The sphincters of the bladder and the rectum will be contracted. Obviously, you know that during your night time, the number of times that you evacuate your bladder will be very less compared to the daytime. The eyeballs will be turned upwards and downwards. Now from here, all the things can be actually checked in your dad's eyes. If he is sleeping, someone, your mom or dad, if they are sleeping, just go and check. Just lift their eyelids, you will see the eyeballs will be upwards or downwards. You can even check the pupils. I have already taught you. We've already taught you about the light reflex, indirect light reflex. So you can actually check their pupils, whether they are constricted or whether they are responding to light. There will be spontaneous movements which will be actually, which will not be abolished, but it will be decreased. The abnormal involuntary movements will be decreased. So these are the motor things that you will be seeing in the patient, in the individuals who are sleeping. Coming to the reflexes, you will see that the tendon reflexes will be decreased. All the tendon reflexes, the knee jerk will be very difficult to elicit. You will not get a reflex properly. The plantar would be the plantar reflex, which is actually taught, I think you have already studied, would be flexor response and extensor in deep sleep. The vasomotor reflexes will be positive and soft palate will be relaxed. Coming to the sensory functions, There will be depression in the sensory perception, especially for smell and taste. Don't try to test in your father or mother. Visceral changes. Okay. Coming to the visceral changes, you'll see the cardiovascular and respiratory system changes. You can see that the heart rate will be decreased by 10 to 20 beats per minute. Can be easily checked. The systolic BP will be decreased by 10 to 20 millimeters of mercury. The respiratory rate would be definitely decreased. The inspiration will be prolonged and expiration will be very brief. The breathing will be rhythmic and in light sleep, irregular in deep sleep. Okay, we will, don't confuse now between this light sleep and deep sleep. We will be going into the real physiology of all these things. So, classification of sleep, all these are coming. Just understand that these all things would happen. Regarding pulmonary ventilation, the last will be decreased to 25%. So, these are the visceral changes, the cardiovascular and respiratory changes. Coming to the digestive and secretory changes, the gastric motility will be continuous and may increase. Salivary and lacrimal secretions will be decreased. This is why most of us will be having a dry eye feeling when you get up in the morning. Because of this decreased secretion, lacrimal secretion, you might get dry eyes. Excretory functions, if you see, the urine volume will be decreased and get highly concentrated. Sweat secretion will be increased. So these are the different changes in different systems that you are going to see when you are sleeping. Now it's time for us to see the metabolic functions where the BMR will be decreased. Maybe you can link it with the decreased urine production during sleep. So the BMR, the basal metabolic rate BMR will be decreased. The body temperature actually decreases to 0.5 degrees Celsius from the normal temperature. The sympathetic activity would be decreased. And there is an increase in parasympathetic activity. That means, as you have already studied about this sympathovagal balance and the autonomic nervous system, how it functions, the parasympathetic system, which is actually the vagal system, would be highly active. So it would be like the situation where you are very relaxed. So in all relaxed situations, your parasympathetic system will be very active. And in all flight and fight responses, your sympathetic system is going to get active. So these are the metabolic changes that you will find in case of sleep. Yes, now we are going a little more deep and trying to analyze the different types of sleep.